Hi, everybody. What's going on? I'm trying to be serious with this hat on. It's not helping. My friend made me this hat, and she's like, "You have a huge head, so I gotta make it kind of like an odd shape. Is that okay?" I'm like, "That's okay." So it's kind of it kind of goes like that in the back, and this side has like a little ear flap. This side doesn't, and it's just like a crazy little hat. And this part, I sewed on it. That obviously didn't. She didn't do that. I sewed that on there just to have something. Of course, I don't wear it out of the house. This is just for sometimes. Well, my friend is Christian, and when she made this, she says when you made something, make something for other people, and they're really having hard issues with something. Say a prayer with every stitch you make, with every crochet loop you make, say a prayer. And she has prayed and prayed and prayed over this hat. And whenever I found myself in spiritual need or warfare, I put this hat on, and it really, really, really helps me. And so that is why I have it on. Oh my gosh. So yeah. Oh, I actually was gonna start my movie very, very somber, but then I saw myself in the hat, and I just every time I put it on, I just especially this, I just especially this part right here. It just it sticks up. Oh my gosh, this is a hat for the record books because she started it this way, and then she made another pattern go from like up around here, like a bonnet, Little House on the Prairie style. So she started it this way, and then there's two different kind of like designs. Very weird, but she herself is the lady who made this is very funky, weird person. So yeah, as long as it does the job, I really could care less how it looks. It's kind of it's actually it's a conversational starter. It's a conversation piece. So okay, sorry, my hands are dry. I needed some lotion there. I've been watching a lot of Reborn movies, Reborn videos with Reborn moms and Reborn dolls, and mostly adult. I'm not one for, because it's not my age range, my age bracket, to watch the younger, like 25 and younger, 27 and younger videos. I kind of watch my age and up. And the thing that I saw one that all these people went to this the Rose baby show, and they'll get together, and they're at the hotel, and they have their babies together, and I just really want to do that. And I thought that when I was younger, if I ever had took a vacation, it would be to Ireland or to the Bahamas or whatever. And if I could save up enough money and oddly enough at this point, it would be to get together for a few days with just an incredible group of men and women that love their reborn dolls. And to see, sometimes I know it's not just me. You look at somebody's channel, they're like, "Oh my gosh, that doll's so ugly," and how could they have a doll like that? It's really ugly, and how can they see the beauty in it? And that is kind of terrible. It is. But I like to see the beauty in the dolls that they see, because obviously other people find beauty in their reborn dolls. Everybody who has their own reborn dolls, they hand chose them. They picked them out amongst the hundreds to thousands, and yeah. So it'd be nice to meet other women who have the same love for their reborn that I do for mine. It's for some people it's just a hobby. It's just getting dolls and playing with them, and for me it's a little bit more than that. It's more the fact that I need to feel like I'm nurturing and feel like a mom, and so yeah, I would really like to do that. It's been on my heart heavily for the past couple weeks, and I have not yet brought my dolls out into the world. I mean, my Benjamin, I only have one. I've trepidatious in that. I'm disabled, and because I was already have been judged so severely by people of the world, and to have a disabled person bring out a doll, they're just like, okay, their mind is like mentally just gone, and that's why they're doing that. Not they want to see anything other than the thoughts in their own head that they can project on what they think that I'm doing. Have you caught up with that one? So yeah, I haven't brought my Benjamin out. My niece did. We went to pick up the mail, and she carried him the whole way and covered his whole body in a blanket, and summertime, and I know that it would be accepted more by being around like-minded people that share the same love and interest in their dolls that I do in mine. I don't know, my heart is kind of heavy tonight. I'm in a little bit more of a, besides the hat, a little bit more of a somber mood tonight, and I think what it is that I think I've described this on another one of my videos that I've done lately. I did the box opening in a couple of videos, and I was MIA for about 3 months. Doing other things and whatever, but I think it's just, I think I lost my train of thought. I'm a Christian. I've been saved for about 7 years and a little bit, and when you're a Christian and when you come into the community of other Christians, it's supposed to be an uplifting experience. And I found out more often than not that it has not been an uplifting experience because of people and their views of what they think that you should do, and some people are just really play Christian and are not really. And I think it's upsetting to me. I mean, it's refreshing, but upsetting to me that the Reborn community has so much more love in it than the Christian community. I'm trying to wrap my head around that. I'm trying to wrap my head around that the Christian community is supposed to be the community that uplifts, and it's not no judgment zone, and it's a hard time to I've been in churches who you got to deal with a lot of stuff, and versus being amongst other reborns, like I've never had any other kind of hobby like this that was just so beloved by a lot of people. I like, scrapbooking and stuff like that, but this is our hearts. This is our hearts into it. And I'm having a hard time with the fact that the Reborn community is so much more loving and accepting than the Christian community. Yeah. I noticed that lately I've been upset about something, and so usually the thought of it doesn't come to fruition until I've kind of worked all my feelings out and worked everything out, and then I can pop up and say, oh, that's what it is. And I love the Reborn community. Don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking it at all. I love it. I love the fact that we stick together and we don't judge, and even if somebody does think it's something about somebody else's baby, they don't say, oh, your baby's ugly. They say, oh, how cute, how precious, and they do find the things that they do love about that baby. And why can't Christians do that? We're finding things that we love about. I'm sorry, I know some are more just than a doll, but a doll. And Christians can't find something positive to say, uplifting about another human being. That's just a little bit upsetting. Yeah. I don't know if anybody out there is Christian and has a reborn doll. I can't be the only one, because I know that there's a lot of reborn moms out there. Adult reborn moms, And, wow. And I was just thinking, just right this second, how much more easier would it be for the reborn community to accept a Christian in it than for the Christian community to accept a reborn mom in it? It's baffling to me. It hits right here, the center of my heart. I mean, I have never seen in my life, not even in the Christian community, so much love and adoration and uplifting from other human beings than in this community. And I've been on quite a few different people's YouTubes. I've been on quite a different people's Facebooks. I really haven't gone into the Twitter thing yet. And every single group is so just like tight. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to explain it. I'm just, it's something that my heart cannot understand. My brain understands it very well, but my heart, there's a lot more love and uplifting and adoration and empathy for another person in the reborn community than there is in the Christian community, or that I have experienced so far. so far in my 7 years, of being with the Lord. And, I, and I, in the Christian community or any other community, you'd say, oh, there would be, I have found nothing negative at all. In the Christian community, there'd be like, negativity about another person or the way they think or the way they understand the Bible or the way Christians are for some reason is to like break down somebody else's life and find kind of like a fault in it. I'm not saying that's what Christians do. All Christians do, because I'm certainly not that kind of Christian. I judge. I'm a judger. I have a hard time with that. But I have never found so much love in all my life than in this community. And for a long time, by my, the friend that I used to have, said, you shouldn't do that, and an adult woman doesn't do that, doesn't play pretend, and doesn't do this and this and that, and just because somebody doesn't understand it doesn't mean that it's wrong. And just because it might not be right for you doesn't mean that it's not right for me. And, I thought that being a Christian, I had to fit into a certain file. It's sort of like a Christian box, And I don't know why all of a sudden my heart just leaped again this past year about wanting reborns and give me a second. It's hard to be serious in this hat. I thought that I had to fit a certain criteria or a certain checklist of what a Christian should be or what a Christian should do or how a Christian should represent herself or himself and how they should behave. And when I was heavily seeking a reborn, I've never had a reborn. I had a doll from Ashton Drake Galleries, but that's not a reborn. It was, something else. And I was heavily seeking a reborn, and my heart just felt led to do that. And I asked the Lord, I know, God, I used to be in that fantasy life where all day long I was just stuck in this fantasy life because in my childhood it was a way of survival to be in that fantasy life because the real one was too hard for my little teenage brain to be in. And God, I don't want to go back to that fantasy life. I don't want to go back into that, and not that I've spent a whole lot of time with other Christians lately or reading my Bible. The Lord said to me, we have conversations. The Lord said to me, as long as you're not constantly in your mind in that world, it's okay. You pick them up and you play with them when you want to play with them and change them and hold them and feed them and do whatever that. And then when you don't, he can just sleep in his little bed. I'm ad-libbing that conversation, and he said, but moreover, he said, as long as you spend more time in me and doing my work, it doesn't matter that you have that reborn doll. He said, I might not like the fact that you have them, but I understand why that you have them. And for the Lord to say that was like, yes, I'm not rebelling against God here. And so many people would like to be hard Christians and say, you can't do this and you can't do that and you shouldn't do this. And the Lord's just like, I understand. You want children. You want children. I understand that. And that was nice. That was nice. And I don't think, and some people use this just for a hobby, just because to pass the time, and just it's because it's fun and it's cute and it's entertaining. And some people really do it because they feel led by their heart to do it. And I really, this past year, just felt led by my heart to be a reborn mom. And yeah. So, sorry, I should get a tissue. So yeah. To know that the Lord wasn't really like against it, that I had his approval and everything. That every day I wouldn't wake up in condemnation about feeling this way, like I chose. Some people make you feel like you choose your hobbies or choose the things in your life if you like them and they don't understand them over choosing God. And that is so wrong. That is so wrong. And it was nice to know that I wasn't choosing Benjamin over the Lord, and I wasn't choosing the Lord over Benjamin. That they could both fit in my world. And it's okay that they both fit in my world, and I choose to make God my God. And I choose to make Benjamin my baby. And it's okay that they're in my life together at the same time. Yeah. It's I've had a lot of people in my life telling me what's wrong with me and why I shouldn't do this and why I shouldn't do that. And even in my adult life, I mean, I'm almost 40. I've just been so confused. And even though this old friend that made this hat told me that I shouldn't have, the Reborn doll, I don't think that she's too much of an analytical thinker to understand the heart. Some people are just too much in their brain to understand. And I'm glad that I've come into maturity about a lot of things. Better late than never. And yeah. So there's a peace about me now that I didn't have before, that it's okay that these two worlds collide, the godly world and the reborn world. It's okay, like I've just been so bamboozled by a lot of people. I couldn't think for myself for a long time. And didn't realize that I was drinking the Jim Jones juice, if I might say that. Yeah. So before I go back all into that mess of chaotic, nothing makes sense, I'm gonna stop. So I don't know if anybody out there resonates with me at all. I know I don't have so many people on my channel, and I'm not. I would like to just get my story out there. I know everybody has a story, and everybody has, what they want to get out, and I'd hope that people would experience my story, and That would be nice. It would be lovely to have 500 subscribers, but but I'm not. I was never a person for the popularity. I'm more for the principle of things than the popularity. I have maybe 50 people on my Facebook, and I have a friend who has 1,000, and she doesn't talk to 900 and 30 of the 1,000 that she has on her Facebook. And I'm just so, yeah. It's 25 minutes. I don't want it to go into a half an hour because all my videos are long. I don't know how to shorten them up. I just talk and talk. But I thank you for understanding, and you don't have to accept everything I do. You don't have to agree with everything I do, but I ask that you be what's the word? Understanding. And if these videos should happen to find my family, or my family should happen to find these videos, so be it. I'm not hiding anymore because of your opinions. If you just happen to see these videos, I'm not hiding. I wanted to keep that world separate. My family separate from everything else that I have, and because you'd love to find fault in me. My family loved to find fault in me. And if they find these videos, good. Good. You can find me in my disabled self, in my afflicted hat, and go on and talk about it all you want. Okay? Because that just is not going to hurt me anymore. I'm myself. I'm who I am. I'm who I've always destined to be. And if you can't handle that, that is on you. So, okay, the last 3 minutes I kind of zoned out for that, but thank you everybody else. Love you, love yourselves. Talk to you soon. God bless you. Okay, well, this is Benjamin Glenn Adams. The lady who made him was Elisa Marks. He actually comes from Denmark. Crazy enough, I didn't know that when I first got him. And the mummy who had him before me was named him Adam. So his name is Benjamin from the Bible. Glenn. My grandfather's name was Glenwood. Just dropped off the wood part and have Glenn. And his first name turned into Adams for last name. So yeah, role play and feed him, and he has a passy that is Reborn. It has a magnet on the back, and that's just how it goes, because he's like a little magnet in his mouth, and you just pop it on. That's how you do it. There's like a whole Reborn world. It's just my heart called me to it, and I'm not a mom. And I've always wanted to desperately be a mom. And those of you who've had ease with having children, who have not had miscarriages and had to deal with all the other stuff that has to do with that, might not understand. I've always wanted to be a mom. That was my dream. My dream was not to grow up and have fancy cars and have a wonderful, big, huge career. It was to be a stay-at-home wife and mom. That was it. And obviously God is calling me to do more, but my husband is coming. Thank you, Jesus. God and I have conversations. He's coming very soon, and I know that I'm either going to, we are going to adopt children, we're going to foster children, take care of children through the church, or what may you. But for right now, this little guy is just fills my heart. Oh, fills my heart. And yeah, God approved. And if God is approving, then who are you not to be approving? You might not understand it, you might not accept it, but you know, it would be a shame for you to just drop me as a friend on Facebook or in my life because you don't understand this hobby. But I ask you to go check it out. He's called the Reborn, Reborn, and it's all over YouTube. And I just want you to know that there's never not a moment that I know that he's a doll. He is a doll. I'm not in the fantasy land. I'm not, you know, playing mommy, doctor, whatever. It's for me to hold him and to feed him and to change him and to do all those nice things that moms do, and more, especially love on him. And my heart needs somebody to love, and I don't have anybody in my life right now that I could just really pour my love into. I'm sad enough that I don't. I have one side of my family that doesn't accept my love because they can't see past my disabilities, my afflictions. What they see is my afflictions, which they don't see in their eyes, that they're afflicted by seeing the non-afflictions of me. If y'all can catch up with that. And so yes. And if you have any questions, I'm here. So I'm out of the closet now. No more Reborn mommy closet. I might not take him outside, you know, like go shopping with him or anything. It's gonna take some time. But there are some pictures for you to see, and yeah. I'm happy, and I'm happy. And you know what? I don't drink. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not a smoke fiend. It's been 4 years, November 4th, since my last cigarette. Thank you, Lord Jesus. I'm not a sex fiend. I don't have sex outside of marriage, and I'm not married, so y'all know what that means. And this is a very healthy hobby. And unfortunately, there are some in my family that like alcohol a little too much, and would pray for them to not. So this is kind of scary, sharing this with everybody, sharing him with everybody. And in this hat. But here I am, and yeah. So again, I'd really hate to lose any friends over this, but if I do, can't do anything about it. You know, that's just the way it goes. So another 6 minutes, about half an hour, and yeah. You can see now my videos with Benjamin. He's so cute. On YouTube. He's just so cute. Just move the head a little bit. There he goes. He's so cute, and you can't see the cuteness. Y'all might say, "Oh, he's ugly." But you just can't see the cuteness come across the camera. But if you'd like to, stop on by, and I will definitely let you hold my little baby, Benjamin. All right, so love you guys. Talk to you soon. So yeah, and if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. God bless. Love you. Bye.